글로벌 전기차 배터리 출하량을 보면 CATL과 BYD를 비롯한 중국계 기업들이 전체 시장의 절반 이상을 차지하고 있습니다. 특히 유럽 시장에서 전기차에 들어가는 배터리셀 점유율은 중국이 1위인 만큼 유럽에서 중국 배터리 기업들의 존재감은 더욱 두드러집니다. 전기차 전환 속도를 최우선 과제로 삼아온 유럽은 배터리 가격을 낮게 유지하기 위해 그동안 수입 배터리에 대한 관세를 낮게 유지해왔는데요. 이 과정에서 생산 규모와 원가 경쟁력에서 중국과의 격차가 더 벌어졌다는 평가도 나옵니다. 이러한 가운데 골드만삭스 애널리스트 니킬은 중국 배터리 산업의 장기 전망이 여전히 가장 밝다고 평가했습니다. 그의 발언 들어보시죠.
One of the major markets they've been exporting is the Europe. Now, when you look at Europe market, the import tariff on importing batteries, whether it's from China or elsewhere, it is very small. It is less than 2%. So there's a lot of arbitrage when you make, as a Chinese tier 1 maker, a battery in China packed for EV purpose at $65 to $70 per kilowatt hour. The landed price of that in Europe market is less than $80 per kilowatt hour versus the onshore producers cost over $100 per kilowatt hour. So there is up to 30% cost gap between imported China batteries in Europe versus the onshore makers. So that clearly is a challenge to take off the local manufacturing industry in that setup when your imported batteries are so cheaper. Now that said, this is not a long-term solution. Tariff barriers can always change. And that is why we are seeing a lot of onshoring also happening from the Chinese battery makers in the European market. The key will be to see at what cost they are able to localize batteries there, because your supply chain is more China dominant. Local labor cost and depreciation might be more. But again, we still expect China to remain the lowest cost producer globally. Even when they onshore batteries in the other region, we think they'll be more competitive just because of the sheer scale and the manufacturing efficiencies that they've achieved on their batteries.
Even when they move into next-gen SSD?
Well, again, for solid-state battery, the debate is still on. Everybody's trying to commercialize solid-state. Everybody's trying a different route to commercialize as well. But again, the level of R&D that China is putting as a percentage of the R&D globally done in the battery, it is outsized much higher. It is higher still. It is very competitive to their current market share. So again, if they're already very strong on the cost curve and with the level of R&D they're putting in, we do believe the strong will remain stronger in the battery industry.